Thank you for coming to Zamarama Gallery for Literary Poet Crawl. I've never seen a poet crawl, but there's always a first.
Give it a few drinks.
Yeah. So for those of you who haven't been to Zamarama Gallery before, I'm Bill Zama. That's why it's called Zamarama. And I want to introduce the artist who could not be here tonight because her daughter is in the state championships for girls basketball from Everett High. First time in 41 years that they've been there. So, Jamie Curtis Smith is this artist, and she is all around you. She's on the walls, she's on the floor, she's on the table, she's on the lampshades, and she goes all the way back to the bathroom. So
You sound like a disease.
no. It's like there's art in the bathroom. So for those of you that don't know, we have two bathrooms through that door to the left. Okay, and this is the only entrance exit in case of a fire. Okay, all that's out of the way. Jamie Curtis Smith came up with this design on her own. Flip the art. It is two-sided art, and you're welcome to pull it off the wall, flip it over, and throw it back up. It's magnetic. On that wall only. There's a couple pieces back here, but this is her idea, and then she has a swag shop in the back here that has some of her mother's standard quilts. So, see, look, there's someone flipping it right now. Flip it. There you go. We got flipper in action. So, Jamie asked me to say a few words for her tonight, so I said I would hold a moment of silence. Because there's never silence when Jamie's around.
Oh, there is. When she is taking a swig of something,
That's like the only moment.
that's it.
And we are drinking buddies, so I do know that. So anyway, without further ado, I'd like to welcome you all here, and Chris Hall is the orchestrator and asked me to be on this crawl, and so here we have Chris now. Thank you.
Big thanks to Bill for Big thanks to Bill for having us being open for us to orchestrate this evening. We started at Artisans Books and Coffee, and now we're here at Zamarama. After we're done here, we'll move over to Lucky Dime. All events are free. However, at the Lucky Dime, we are going to ask for donations to help with the performers, the bands. But yeah, thank you all for being here. We're going to start the night with Grace Dager.
Hello everyone, how are you tonight? Oh, good.
Fine.
Well, this is, okay, I'm going to start with, I have 3 poems to read. None from my new book, can you believe it? But I also have my new book for sale. Put here. And this is called Philosophical Practice. Can you see? Thanks for the love. Polite word for a lady casting testosterone cherries, and every type of incident lights a channel 60 fathoms deep, baking memory, quiet, fast, or by creation. New life forms. A regular verb is one that follows this pattern. Fundamentally, hemmed in, here in an atmosphere of pink Egyptian marble. Is that all there is? First of all, it is vital to note that if you continue to think like you've always thought, you'll continue to get what you've always got. He has wrangled complex feelings into worry, embarrassed by them, in a limited time of up-tightening your buttock muscles, making a bridge that leaves, but you shouldn't pass it by. So we didn't forget the little things, simply moved the rock ahead a few inches. When you don't have much to start with, typically women had no such luxuries. They used a long hand-forged needle and combat armor and worried. What we want in the 21st century are different models of being in the world. California plan led us into an America not of our own, but one that we may recognize as part of us still. About as regular as clockwork, the success factor sees it for control, the special, deepest desire to be where you truly belong, the big sandwich. I like to consider the entire operation a big sandwich, smokeless to being and non-being. If right is indeed right, there need be no argument, or not. Does it affect organic evolution? Evolution in the sense that it is applied to our journey through the galaxy, both without and within. In an unpleasant concussion crisis, one less head to confuse. They say something. Agents puncture myths. You break through the chocolate. Hold for 3 seconds. It is so simple. The slum is as still as a verdant glade once you dig into a philosophical practice. And for those of you who don't know, I do cut up poetry. It's a recycling event, so they're like little ransom notes.
Nice.
Yeah. This one is called Motherload. Welcome. My goal is for you to learn one concept. Life is either consciously or subconsciously a wretched condition. Maybe it's more the sense of doom that you have taught me. Finding love is hard enough. Instant eyebrow shapers share a legacy with crossed arms behind head. A team on the verge has changed its plumage. Yours swept or thrown where you are. Go with it. Do not resist. If at first you don't succeed, look at them in the mirror and have the courage to walk away. And spend this time looking through a window with a much better view. A surreal morality tale, now imagine it for a sense of isolation rarely found in her. Again, someone on the edge of the door, let our shoulder blades rub. Age throwing wounds to suffer, and it's just the tip of the iceberg. We make our own heaven or hell here and now by our thoughts, words, and deeds. What's happening isn't just skin deep. Never again shall I mention whatever he has done that he doesn't know. The futile trappings of worldly ennui made a cruel mistake. Ingenious guerrilla reinvention of nappy edges. That is why I sit here growing old by inches. Change your mind? Are we so conditioned to the patterns of our daily lives? Intangible as it is, my haptic senses are engaged. And there, jaw-dropping the crucifix from trouble so that you can keep up with the games you love. Deja vu, started to talk, but blue moon and knowledge made me cry. We don't need too much bird lore, do we? All his life he had been speaking prose with the truest sound, striking her true colors. Unsound salvation performs a good deed, and loud shout exaltation of air. On back with 2 hands slapping scar zone. Love is radiance. It was time to go home. Say goodbye to puffy, wrinkled, tired-looking eyes. I saw you give your guilt away. What about traumatic relationship funk? But if he is so too double-sided for a photo memory, bringing the mind home, we are fragmented into so many different churches. There is no winner or loser. White, black are subject to change. Hanging out with the penguins. Don't eat so much. break wall to wall. Or if it did once, it try again, so you can go on, friendly, die cuts, and forward roll. And this last poem is called The Takeout Game, which is part of curling. If anyone knows about curling.
From Canada?
I don't know, it's on ice. Each generation dreams of deja vu, the interchangeable, rearrangeable, atmospheric recreations. Wind her up, and atomical plastic figures pencil through allegations to mirror a gummy heart. You're closer than ever. A completion and liquor infusions repair the dead weather. We talk to the house whisperer with savage love, plumbing black breath, eruptions of absolute monarchs 1,000,000 years ago. I'm sorry, this mic is tripping me out. Why we remain fascinated way below the exploration of the deep. Perhaps some have the resonance, the end of the day responses to delusions. It leaves you soft and intoxicating, makes it clear men are not to blame for the savage love. They came to that determination. It answered to the question, why? Usually you've been told you have free will as worth. Deal with impairments. People just don't wait. Then she did, of course, excuse it as part of aging. No sign of gun wound in the shoulder and abdomen. As our climate shifts, so does sparkle eye explosion and crashes, popping things with severe, constant plastic. When I'm driving, the debilitating theft of all things holy enhances the feeling with abandon. You're the guilty survivor, a ghost coming up in subliminal time machines, begging, borrowing, and stealing with stolen highs, windows stuck in mid-existing, furry vengeance roosting the earthly symbol for everything. Itty-bitty sideshow to soften a bump on the nose. The presidential candidate packed nostalgia from frontline, hot atomic men ran home in fits. Prayer to assist with dear friends old and new. All of your solutions duck. Bearing off is only allowed on straight ice. A takeout game is encouraged. Last supper after dinner characterized by all-in-one holy toast. Sleek and slender, loose leaf pieces are within your inner approach. Play the takeout game. Watch. The draw game is over your shoulder or under your arm. No. You shut up, man. Don't cross your arms and legs and appear unfinished. Virginity is overrated. The head and the heart inquire as to how, in the blink of an eye, their own frustrations brought hazards, worries, and numbing cold. What is considered exploration has taken the long step away from control to family loyalty, training man with no rules. Dear science, this is not a safe alternative to what's been going on. In the long, hard days to come, barely holding on to the night and the sun, the naked last days have been spent in hallucinations, burning water and light when kissed. Thank you. And if you want to get a copy of my new chapbook, it is here. It is here. No, not there. Here. Thank you.
Thanks, Grace.
X-ray man could clap his hands. I captured the power of an idea. But lacking money, we offer independence. Up close at home, after we answer man-sized. Sight spectacle is upon us, so I'm well dressed. I could lie in bed and look at the sea, and friends and neighbors ask them to shift the air circulation to clear away smoke, and calculate everything else day by day. With this idiosyncratic spirituality, the great moon hoax of 1835, keep you inside these words.